Mate, the next two guys, I'm going to sort of pair them together if you do not mind. We've got Tino and Isaah Yeo. They're at 21% each. I sort of had a look at these two and sort of decided it was between one of these two for me. I'm leaning towards Isaah Yeo personally. I think for 70K cheaper, I imagine these third-man tackles, Isaah Yeo is going to do pretty well off the back of them. I'm leaning towards Isaah Yeo over Tino. I've got Yeo in my team right now. What are your thoughts on these two?
I like Isaah Yeo too.
Yeah.
He averaged 62.4 last year. Under the new system, it would have been 68.4.
Yep.
It means he's 59K underpriced based on that. Tell the other thing, whilst on our halfback show, I was very critical of, someone like Blaze Talangi, a little sceptical of Nathan Cleary because of the draw. It means tight games,
yes,
I think, for the Panthers, which means Isaah Yeo plays probably 80 minutes, if not, close to it sort of thing. So I like Isaah Yeo. I think he had like one try last year. He had one try. He had like 4 try assists or something. I just think he's better than that. Penrith are going to be better. 62-point average last year. In previous years, 74, 69, 66. They said he's the ultimate third man in tackler and just doing the extra yards. I think it's safe as houses with a bit of upside. Yeah,
I much prefer Yeo over Tino. I don't think Tino's a bad play, but if I can get Yeo for 77K cheaper, Dunkaroo kind of areas for me.
Tino, interestingly, Tino was a 70.3 average last year.
Yep.
70.5 under the new system, so no real difference.
Yeah, I think the argument for Tino would be that it's his second year back from the major injury, which usually we see a bit of a jump. Obviously, Jermaine Jolliffe's already out for the year, so that helps his cause as well.
It does. A few rookie forwards.
Yeah. Look, if the prices were swapped, maybe I could actually find Tino a little bit more appealing, but I just think when you're getting 70K cheaper for Isaah Yeo, I just find that too hard to look past.
Yeah, I'll be wanting Tino ASAP, but yeah.
Yes. Number 9's Miles Martin. His dual position will leave him. I don't think he'll be overly relevant. Toby Couchman, your man, we spoke about him the other day. You really like him at 588K. I have really warmed him ever since you said that, to be fair. I think it is a very good option. I considered him in my flex the other day, but I don't know if he'll be there at the end. And he's dual, so yeah.
I've got him at the moment. And I think he will be better under the new system.
Yes, yeah.
Because he's a worker and he'll have this third man in. Funnily enough, and I threw, bloody hell, by the time this comes out, it'll be a week ago, but I put some stats up from the Charity Shield of the tackle differences between Fox system and NRL system.
He'd gone down, hadn't he?
He went down.
Yeah, I was surprised by
Everyone
that.
else was up like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There was as high as like 12, or I think Lasardi was like 14 up, and Couchman was down one. That being said, I think the new stat system for a big worker like him who makes a lot of tackles, it just has to benefit. So he's priced at 588K. Under that new system, he'd be 623K. That's on a 64-point average. So
can I ask Couchman, just off the dome, thinking about it, obviously Jack DeBellin's left, that opens more minutes there, but does the fact that all these other guys are coming back from injury, do you think that could hurt him as well?
Yeah, I think the bloke's back from injury, it has to. Like, he played some big minutes at times last year, so you've got to know that. Yeah, like, I don't think he's...
I think he also played big minutes because he's a fucking unreal player.
Yeah. Yes, he's far from a slam dunk by any means. I just think, apologies, that was pre-change in system. When we got more information. He was a 60.2 average, 65.2 under the new system. So he's actually $48,000 underpriced, which is a fair bit.
Yeah, that's very fair. Next man.
Another dual position.
Yeah, also a fair shout. Next man, Cam Murray, 548K. I've cooled a little bit on Cam Murray. I'm just worried returning from injury with the depth that South Sydney are going to have, how many, is he going to be straight into huge minutes, all that sort of stuff. I don't think Cam Murray's a bad choice by any means, and there's still every chance I start with him. I'm also just looking at my team going, there's a lot of red and green here. I don't know if Cam Murray's the one that should give, but I know you're always huge on him. What are you thinking at the moment?
Cooling?
Yeah.
A big part of the cooling...
Not in a really negative way, just...
Nah.
Yeah.
A big part of the cooling is also that I have too much red and green in my team.
Yeah.
The Bunnies have a bye, I think it's round 4. I'm just like, I'll have about 3 players available at this stage. So I need to be cautious of that. And by like the amount that I've got in my team at the moment, I probably need to drop at least one of them. So I just think because he is coming back from the lengthy injury layoff and because their depth is so good... I just don't know if he'll get the big minutes straight away. So I think he's undervalued. I think the new system will help him. He just didn't get that big a discount, right?
Yeah.
On his starting price, considering the fact that he didn't essentially play last year. So he might be 50K undervalued, but he also could ease into the year with 55, 60 minutes and be his correct value.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I want him, but I just think I'm going to have to cull a rabbit somewhere. It's probably going to have to be him.
Yeah, my current culled rabbit is Cam Murray. I still don't think he's a bad choice, but I just think there are other guys that I feel a little bit more confident with. So number 12 is Jack Hetherington to 235K. I think I'm a bigger fan than you are from a Supercoach point of view. Even I don't have him though. I just don't know what the role looks like. And when Trent Leah returns, it could change again. So I really like him. I think he'll do well, but I think there are much better options out there than Jack Hetherington.
Yeah, I have no interest.
Yeah, very fair. Jermaine Hopgood, 517K, dual position once again. Jermaine Hopgood will play this weekend coming. You guys would have already watched, so maybe you'll have a different perspective. I just think there are better options out there. I sort of want to see Jermaine. If I can see him playing those consistent 60 minutes each week, then I'll move the needle a little bit on him. One of my favourites, but right now I'm probably looking in other directions. Yeah,
I started him last year and he went all right, but the minutes just got less and less and less, and they sort of built up again in the back end of the season. A full-strength Eels squad, DeBellin coming in. He averaged 53 minutes per game last season. It'd need to get up to that 60-plus. Tough draw to start the year for the Eels. I can see myself owning him this year.
Yep.
I'm same as you. It's like, I want to see it. I want to see him play 60 to 65. I want to see him offloading and doing all these things. I want to see. He's had some injury troubles in the last year or two.
Yep.
Nothing major, but like a few back spasms, little tidbits. So, again, need to see it.
At least with the 17 hookers they've got now, that conversation is gone. But I still just want to see the minutes consistent. Because when you add Jack DeBellin to this side, you got Jack Williams. Like, there's a lot of really good forwards there.
Yes.
Tuivati's come on. I love Luca Moretti. Like, they can't all play big minutes.
He needs to play 60 plus, and he needs to be given that license to offload.
Yes, which is a lot to happen for 517K.
Yeah. Especially there's so many great options in this position. As well. Like, I'm looking at cutting Cam Murray. I'm like, I don't want to, but there's lots of good players in this position.
Yeah, and straight away, the next man, he's owned by 13%, so 2% less. I cannot make sense of that. I think it'll change as we get closer. But Helum Luki, we dropped down 105K or whatever it is to get to Helum Luki. Playing on that edge, it looks like Nanai's not going to be back anytime soon. I don't know what the fuck's going on with John Bateman. You all know how high me and Timmy are on Luki. I'm sure we all know, all of you at home are probably as high on him. He scored a try in both trials. He's done exactly what he needs to do. I think you mentioned in previous shows, Cowboys draw to start the season. Not too bad. I think Luki's a must-have.
Must-have?
Oh, I think he is. I think he's going to do really fucking well. I think if you don't have him, you will be trading him in. Maybe must-have is overs, but I think if you don't have him, you will be trading him in, is my feel.
I've got him, love him, think the world of his footballer. As I said on Beers and Breakevens last week, my only concern for him is just stay fit.
Yep.
If he stays fit, I think he's locked and loaded.
Yeah, I agree. I will start the season with him. After watching him in the trials, seeing what he's doing all the things that we love.
The soft draw helps too, just because he is a bloke who, if you get some shoddy defence, a few gaps open up, the man can hit a hole. Yeah,
and he's got the ball player on that edge to make it happen too. Like I don't
running off.
Really, he's running off Dearden on that side. I just don't really see the downside. If Purdue was playing in the halves and it was all looking a little bit different, maybe you could make that argument with me. But the way it's all landed, I love it. Number 15, Leah Halisma. Weird vibes at the moment. Played centre last week, coming off the bench in the trial this week. Maybe he comes out, kills it, blah, blah, blah. I don't think he'll be an 80-minute back rower for the Warriors, so I'm leaning away. But, Timmy, as far as this list goes, if there's someone you've got a gut feel about that you think they're going to go enormous and you turn out to be right about it, Lecker might be at the top of that fucking list.
I've had him all pre-season and I've cut him.
Yeah, okay.
I think you pick him hoping he's 65 to 80 minutes.
Yeah.
In the future, if he becomes an 80-minute back row, which he very well could, he'll be like peak Dave for feeder territory good, potentially.
Yeah.
I just think with their forward depth, the fact that he did...
Especially their edge depth.
The fact that he was named at centre for the first trial, off the bench in the second trial. If he plays 60 minutes, which he very well could, potentially less, like if he's not named to start in round one, there's just enough doubt there around minutes that if he comes out and plays anywhere from 65 to 80 minutes in round 1 and 2, I'll pick him up round 3. But I'm worried.
Yeah. No, I think that's well summed up, and there's just other guys that I prefer there. 16, Paddy Carrigan, 636K. I don't know what your stats suggest and whatnot. To me, Pat Carrigan is sort of priced at about where he should be for me. I don't think there's much growth there. I don't think you'll lose much. But I want guys that have a bit more attacking upside probably for that spot, or a cheaper.
Yeah, I won't be buying him, but much like Isaah Yeo, I think the reality is that the new system is going to benefit him with tackles because he does a lot of this clean-up work in the third man in those effort areas that a lot of others don't. And the stats reflect that, a 65.1 average last year. That bumps to 69 under the new system, meaning he's $38,000 underpriced. So not for me. I'm with you. In terms of you comparing it to similar sort of price brackets, him and Isaah Yeo, I think because of Isaah Yeo's footwork at the line, his ball playing, he's just more chance at attacking stats.
Yes.
Not to say Carrigan can't do this, but, you can just see, Isaah Yeo going line, little in and away, shapes, puts a bloke through a hole for a try. Carrigan's got it in him, sure, but Isaah Yeo's the best ball playing lock in the game. So more upside in him.
Yeah, completely agree. Angus Crichton, I'm interested in. I don't have him at the moment, but I'm really, really interested at 610K. Once again, don't know what your stats suggest, but I just feel like 610K for Angus Crichton is unders. And I'm not as concerned. Walker, DC, I don't get, he's one of the best back rowers in the world in a decent side. I think he'll do okay. Not in my team right now, but if I was one of the 10.3% that did own Angus Crichton, I'd be feeling okay about it. What are your thoughts?
Had him initially, then cut him. Can't remember why. Probably because of all these back row cheapies that emerged. Live trading, I've just got him in for Cam Murray.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
I've always wanted him. I just, as I said, too many bunnies at the moment, and I just think he's a locked 80-minute edge. We know he's got attack in him. Definitely had a down year last year. The numbers add up as well in terms of the data. So he 62.4 average last year. Should have averaged 67 under the new system, $44,000 underpriced. And I just think worst case, especially with the new system, he holds value and averages 60 to 65. And that's okay, sure.
Yep.
Crosses for a few tries or a few line breaks. He could easily average 80 to start the season.
Which he could so easily do.
Yeah, so I like him. And what did you say his ownership was?
He is at 10.3%, which is unreal.
Love that.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, Angus Crichton, he's one that I've had for parts of the preseason. Don't have him at the moment, but he's one that I could seriously consider.